Hello and welcome back to Positivity with me, Danielle. So today on Positivity, I want to talk about being kind. And yes, I believe I wore a shirt already, but I love this shirt. I'm not sure if the message is upside down or not. I'm recording, I'm really not focused on that right now, but I'll show y'all later if I didn't already what it says. But anyway, so today on Positivity, I want to talk about being kind. The reason why I want to talk about being kind is because I feel like it's very important. Now, I know I touched this subject before, but I don't feel like people understand exactly how far being kind can go or how easy and simple it can be. So, for example, you never truly know what someone is going through. You never know. And I know this for experience. I'm a person that I could be going through hell and back, and I will hold myself together, and in front of other people, I will be like, I'm fine. And a lot of people won't be able to tell if anything is wrong with me because I can hold myself together very well. That's sort of part, to me, that's sort of part of the program of being a mother. Is like I can't always show weakness, and I can't always show when I'm going through stuff. I gotta put on a positive attitude and carry on every day for my kids. So I carry that along for other people too. So out in the world, I can look like I'm perfectly fine, nothing's bothering me, but I could be going through hell. So knowing that, it sort of makes me open my mind to what other people are going through. So sometimes somebody might bump you when you're out in the streets, and you could be turning around ready like, oh, they're so rude, but not knowing anything could have happened. That person could have just found out that someone close to them is dying, or that they're dying themselves, or they're sick, or anything could happen. You just never know. Someone could be in an abusive relationship. A lot of times we get mad at the simple things, like if we got a friend and our friend seems like they're becoming kind of distant, or our friend feels like they're hiding something. Sometimes you could be real close to somebody and they could still feel like they have to keep certain things to themselves. So you can't really be mad at that. It could be your best friend and they can still feel like certain things they just gotta keep to themselves. Certain things they just feel like they need to handle by themselves. Sometimes handling stuff by yourself actually makes you stronger and shows you that you can deal with it. So some people believe that I have to do this by myself, and then later I could talk about the process I went through, or later I could say, hey, did you know all this time I was going through this and that or whatever, and maybe help somebody else. Everyone handles stuff differently. Grief, depression, pain, heartbreak, everybody deals with things differently. You got to understand that no one deals with things exactly how you deal with it. Even if they are in the same type of time as you, it doesn't mean that they handle things exactly or feel exactly how you feel. So you really have to keep that in mind where I say be kind. You can see someone going through something and having a bad day, and instead of making their day worse, sort of try to make it a little better. Instead of saying something negative like, oh, you shouldn't let this get to you or whatever, just sort of be like, you know what, better days are coming. Or think of something positive that you could tell them for that day to maybe help the situation and make it better. Because people go through a lot of crap. You'd be surprised how many single parents are out here, mothers and fathers, that are dealing with their kids and maybe have a spouse or someone who is not doing their part, and that can be very frustrating. And then you got somebody else in your ear telling you about all their issues, and then you got your own issues going on, and then you can find yourself upset about something being triggered, and you sort of react to it in a bad type of way. And now you got beef with your friend because the situation done blown up. So it's just, I say, be mindful of other people. Just sort of think that, you know, sometimes other people are going through stuff, even if they don't tell you exactly what they're going through. Sort of just know that people can be going through things, and people handle stuff differently. Everybody isn't, you know, oh, well, it is what it is, I'm gonna just move on with my day. Some people don't like to pretend. Some people, you know, just straight up like, I had a bad day. Some people got their days, it's ups and downs. You just never know. But it's very important to be kind, because somebody could be on their last limb, and it could be the simplest thing like holding the door for somebody and let the door go and the door smacks somebody in the face, and that could just be the last line for them. That could be it, and they could go home and someone can commit suicide. A lot of people are on their last limb. They done been through a lot. The system is failing a lot of people. People's health are not as good as they want it to be. Health system is not up to par to cover a lot of expenses. It's just a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and everyone doesn't want to talk about everything, and I don't blame anyone for that, because like I said, I'm one of them people. So I just really think it's really important for us to be kind to each other and help somebody if you can, even if they don't always seem like they need help. If you know that you can help someone, I think it's always important to help someone. I also say family-wise, even though everybody may not be on the same page, and you might have that cousin that drives you crazy, or that uncle that's always drunk, or whatever. I say if you can stay in contact with family, do so. Even the littlest, once a week, hi, just checking in. Or I just say life is just too short, and you just really don't know. You really don't know what's promised tomorrow. So I sort of say just be kind and try to be helpful and thoughtful of other people, because it's really important. Even though you may not know it, there are a lot of people, even kids, that are really depressed in this world. Like, there's so much going on in this world, and a lot of us see it every day. So I just think any little thing that we could do to pass on any type of encouragement, you know, even like I said, somebody walking past and you can tell they feel uncomfortable, or even a friend and they feel uncomfortable, if you can help that friend out with making them more comfortable, or telling them like, hey, you look great, or love yourself, or girl, I wish I was like this and I was like that, whatever, just to inspire your friend and help your friend feel better, that's a good thing. Little things go a long way, believe it or not. I know it doesn't always seem that way. You might not always get a thank you, even holding the door for somebody, or helping somebody with bags, or whatever. You might not always get a thank you for it, but deep down inside you know that you did a good thing, and that should actually help you. That should help you feel better about yourself, knowing that you did. If you could do one kind thing a day for somebody that's not, I don't want to say like your kids or your family, because most of us do that. Not everyone. If you don't, you should. But most of us do a kind thing for our family members, whether it's kids, moms, brothers, uncles, aunts, spouse, whatever. But doing a kind thing for a stranger, like once a day, without even really thinking of it. Letting you driving and you're letting a car go that you see was stuck for a while, or somebody's 5 cents short and you give it to them in the store. The littlest things can really help somebody. You never know where somebody is in their life. You never know what they're going through and what type of support they have. See, a lot of people can be going through things and have a real good support system, which is very important. It really is important to have a good support system. But if you don't, sometimes the littlest things involving the world can make a difference on how you handle things. And I hate to say it, but some people get to a point where they're unstable and the system is failing them, and their friends are failing them, and their family is failing them. And one little thing can just set a bomb off, and they could just feel like it's time to end their life. And me personally, I would hate for that one little thing to be something I could have avoided, or anything. You just never know. Answering a phone call sometimes can save a life. You just never know exactly what someone is going through, and I just think it's really important to be kind. And that's part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel, is because I want to bring positivity into the world. Of course, it's not as simple as it sounds, but I would love for, even if you watch my show once every 2 weeks, and that little 15-20 minutes or whatever, it's just something positive that I could give back to the world, and that means something to me. Even though, you know, everybody's not going to watch and it's not big time or whatever, the people that are watching, people that tell me, you know, thank you and appreciate the information I give, people that ask me to talk about certain things, I appreciate you guys so much, because I know that my message is actually getting out there. I'm actually doing something positive. Positivity is actually positive. It's actually going somewhere, and the world that is so negative. People eat off of every little negative thing and they run with it and they make money off of it and they become famous off of it. So I just feel like there's not enough positivity in the world. There's not enough of people encouraging other people. It's not enough of people helping other people or being kind and being nice. And like I said, you don't gotta go out your way. I'm not asking you to go spend a whole bunch of money and buying people stuff or nothing like that. I'm just saying little stuff that you can help somebody with, holding the door or letting somebody pass in traffic or letting somebody cross at a red light, or any little thing that you can help. If you know how to do something that somebody's trying to do, and just explaining to them the right way to do it, or telling, like I said, telling a friend they look nice, or your mom or a family member that they look nice, or helping somebody when they're sick, or just little things, it just makes a big difference. So my message for today is just truly be kind. Just be kind and be mindful of things that people can be going through in their life, whether it seems like it or not. You might think somebody has the perfect life and they might not, and you just never know. And I think it's good to always try to sort of treat people how you want to be treated, for one, and just be mindful of the way that you might be going through stuff. Somebody else can be going through stuff even worse than you. So that's it. I hope you enjoy positivity, and I hope you be positive and be kind, because it's very important in this crazy world we live in. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So for today's word of advice, I want to say, do things for people, not because of who they are or what they do in return, but because of who you are and how you feel. So be kind, and hopefully others will be kind to you too.